Where did he come from? Woo! Doesn't matter. See you later. Send him back to the lobby.
Back him up.
Gotta go. Woo! Man, oh man! Look no further. iHolliday is here. I don't think we need to look any further. We have iHolliday in the building with us tonight. You just saw his amazing gameplay from all his Apex career throughout the start in the beginning. You got to see those amazing broken wingman shots coming out of that wingman, absolutely demolishing everybody. To his transition to the RCO squad, competing in the ALGS series and everything and more, competing in our first LANs together. I mean, we've had a great experience with iHolliday throughout the time here at RCO Esports. I'm so proud to have him on the show tonight. I'm really excited to see what he's going to share with you guys tonight. I've been hyping it up all week. We talked about it on the Cholo show. We talked about it yesterday with Sneaky. He's going to bring in a little bit more details, what you don't normally see on the day-to-day basis when you think about esports and gaming. There's a lot of stuff that happens behind the scenes that makes these competitions happen and make it so these people are able to compete in these competitions. So I'm really glad to bring him on and hear that insight that he's going to bring to us today. So I'm really excited for that. I think I got him lined up here. Let's see where he is. I got him in Discord. He's sitting over there looking pretty. Tell him to unmute his mic. He's ready to rock. I'm going to put it on. It's all iHolliday, a.k.a. Jake the Snake Sandrake, a.k.a.
All right, how's it going, guys? Thank you for the introduction, Nando. Just want to start off saying thank you to RCO, Nando, everything that we've accomplished throughout this time. I do just want to first start off by giving a little introduction to myself, everything leading up to before I signed with RCO and how everything worked out in that way. So I've been gaming now for about 15 years. I started off as an Xbox gamer, original console. I think my first game was Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2 and Call of Duty 2. Like the second one, the original
Kid started
one,
on the sticks.
on the sticks. It was a good time. I remember playing a lot of nights, grinding up to that. And then through high school, my first job, I actually worked for Little Caesars, flipping some pies out there, playing games at night. I was also playing baseball throughout high school. I was a varsity as a sophomore, working my way up through there. And then after high school, I had college lined up. I was going to go up to NAU, Northern Arizona University. Decided that it was a little bit too much and decided to join the Army. So I went there. I was in the Army for about 4 years. I was a 38 Bravo Civil Affairs Specialist. After that, I came back and I actually worked with my dad in Shamrock Foods Company. It was a overnight warehouse. Worked there for a little bit over a year. I was loading trucks up, loaded chicken, ribs, anything you can think of, 5-gallon tubs of soy, sugar bags, having long nights over there. It was good money, long nights. Decided I wanted to not work overnights anymore and went to a daytime job with a plumbing company called Brewer, where I worked with PEX, which was all the line involved to go from your sinks, toilets, soft water, everything you can think of. I just ran the lines through that. Then from there, I went to a drilling company, and it wasn't an oil drilling company, but I did work on a rig. From there, we mined for minerals. We drilled for long 12-hour days, and I was away from family for a long time. So that's kind of my thinking of a different job. I decided to come back home and get into gaming, and that's where it all started with my wife her involved into this family thing. I'm going to go ahead and bring her on now, and we'll talk more about that. Give me 1 second.
Bring Jess on. Let's go. We want to see Jess. By the way, Scotty, Tony Hawk is coming back out. Just so you know, if you don't know already, Tony Hawk's coming back out for the folks at home. I'll take this opportunity while Jess comes out. Oh, it's breaking the baby. Here it go. I'm so excited. This is awesome. It's awesome stuff.
Oh. Sorry. And this is my daughter, Emma, and my wife, Jess.
Hey, guys. Hey, how's it going?
Left ear.
Nice. Got some toys. What you got?
She's going to be 2, actually, in 2 weeks, so she's going to be a big girl.
Very exciting.
So continuing off of when I left the drilling company, I actually sat down with my wife, and during that whole time I was playing, actually forgot to, since during my whole time I was playing, working at the Shamrock company, I started streaming on the weekends. Fortnite.
Sit up, Jake.
Actually, my first lawn chair. It's a little smaller, but I started streaming Fortnite on the weekends. It's where I started seeing a lot of growth for my Twitch channel. It's really where I started seeing viewers making connections in the gaming world. And then Apex came out when I was towards the end of my Shamrock, and that's really where I started to take off and have a very passion to a pro career in the game. After the drilling company, with those being away from home for extended periods of time and working those long shifts, I sat down with my wife and actually came out with a plan that I told her, can I have a year? I literally sat down and told her, can I have a year to pursue what I wanted, gaming.
It's amazing.
Yeah, we came through here after, the first few months were a little rough, but didn't really know what was going to happen, just kind of up in the air about what's going on, just grinding,
yeah, it's
having a good time.
It's hard.
Yeah, exactly. It's a lot of different.
A lot of sweaty nerds out there.
Definitely. The younger people
yeah.
Call me boomers now.
We all, yep. I know it.
My birthday's actually tomorrow. I'll be 26.
Oh, happy early birthday. I didn't know. Oh, I'm very excited.
Thank you.
Maybe for your birthday gift, I'll finally send you your jersey.
Oh, that would be great. That's on the list. But yeah, and then I think I found a couple smaller orgs, and that I started actually competing in Apex and having a good time. And then I think it was at the 9-month mark after I told her years where I came in contact with RCO and actually kind of made my dreams more of a reality. And that's where, continuing after that, we went on. I had my first LAN event. I actually went to the headquarters several times, and it's been a great experience so far.
I know. I mean, I was so excited when we got to, our first competition was both of our first times really competing together. And even though, and what a crazy event that was. To start off your gaming careers and to go to the, I think Floppy called it the Shining Hotel in Atlantic City. It was definitely an experience. We gamed our hearts out though, and that was really what was amazing, and I think why we've been together for so long here as a team in RCO Esports, Apex Legends, me, you, and Sneaky. We really showed that we were grinders, and we went the distance in that tournament. Man, that was amazing stuff. I was really excited to share that experience, my first experience, with you too.
Yeah, it was a great time. I had a good time. Even though it could have been run a little better, but it was fun. I definitely enjoyed myself. And now we're sitting here. Shoot, I
don't even know.
After my contract, my first sign of my contract.
Yeah,
it's starting to get up there.
I know. I can't believe it. I know we've had you out here a few times, and we've always had a great time having you out here. I think we even did. I was talking to somebody the other day. The first time I got to see the Liberty Bell, which is right down the street. Literally, I'm talking a couple block walk. We're not. I go to Starbucks every morning, and it's probably just a couple blocks farther than that. And I've never seen it in the few months that I was here. And Holiday comes along. He's like, dude, what's wrong with you? What's the matter with you?
See the Liberty Bell. It's like literally a 5-minute walk. And we walked over there. It was closed at the time, but
I know. We got to see it through the window. We got to see it through a window.
Say I saw it. That's
exactly. Awesome. So I'm going to leave the floor to you guys just to discuss, maybe how you guys make it work, balancing, the gaming. Because, right now we're not competing as much as we were, but we had pretty heavy schedules. We were grinding quite a bit of hours. So even though it's not a full-time job, it's a full-time job. So I like to hear how you guys balance it out and make it work.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll take it from here.
Yeah.
So I guess, I mean, the first thing that we can talk about is having a schedule. You need to have balance in your life. And I know gaming in itself isn't always the most biggest thing with scheduling, but you have to make it work to have, a happy life and enjoy yourself while you're doing it as well. Because I know I had times where if you're not in like the right mindset, or if your partner isn't happy with yourself, you're not going to perform to the level that you normally perform at. So scheduling is definitely a big thing. We take turns with Emma. I watch Emma during the day while she's working, and then after work is when my time to game and have happy wife, happy life. Yeah,
Scotty,
So yeah, you just have to find that balance, and what works for you, what works for somebody isn't going to work for everybody. So you have to find out what fits your guys' life and how that you can make it work with gaming or even anything in general, to be honest. So what we do is we split our times up with Emma and the kids. When my son's over here, we split our time to make it work with what we want to do. And then also, honestly, a big thing I like to do, and I think would help out a lot of people, is just taking breaks every couple hours. And then during those breaks, being with your significant other, like spending time, like we sit down and watch a movie, we eat food together. Sometimes we run out and get coffee. Just to have that balance where you spend time together, even while you're gaming. Sometimes, it might be a little bit of an extended break than other people, but it'll make your life happier. Just having that little extra, instead of a 15-minute break, do a 30-minute break and spend that time with your family.
Don't worry, folks. We're going to experience some technical difficulties. Anytime you bring a baby next to a gaming computer, you're bound to run through something. We've heard. I could clip at least 100 times. I've heard, Emma, God damn, and then all of a sudden, Choom just goes gone. What do you mean he's gone? He's gone. And then he's gone out of the game. Everything's shut down. He's gone.
Yeah, it's. I'm glad it never.
That's part of the balance, though. That's the balance, Yeah, exactly. But you guys make that work. You guys, like you said, you guys make the schedule. I've heard it. We've talked about it many of times when we're scheduling our stuff. I always try to, and that's something that, coming from, I try to, it's really hard. It's not easy to make it work because it is such a grind. And I really appreciate that you guys are able to make that work around the team and everything. So that was awesome for me to see. And sorry, I'll stop interrupting.
No, you're good. I enjoyed it. Yeah. Oh, she's reading the chat. We have it up for you guys. Okay. She's having a good time.
Yeah.
But yeah, like with my org, I told them to, I'd like 2 weeks in advance before we do anything, like go out of town, like for LAN events or even just visiting the office, because she does work, so we have to have the balance or the time where she can take that off. So we need, so we're on the same page of the 2 weeks is definitely more than enough time where she can get some time off. And it works for both of us. We have it planned out with Emma what we're going to do, and it just works for us. You need to speak up.
I mean, I don't know. I have a good relationship at work with my boss, so it's easy to get time off for me, just maybe just a week or two in advance. But for us, it works. I mean, I don't think it's your work schedule. It's harder on you. I feel like your job's
for like when she's out here.
Yeah.
I mean, so when Jess is working, I try to keep her in the room a lot because I mean she's on the phone. She's on the phones too, on the computer, and just being like customers complain. So Jess is saying it's more relaxed. We let her run around while we're playing, but she also knows we take it seriously.
Yeah.
But we're still trying to find a balance. everything ourselves, but we're just doing what we can to make everything work.
Yeah, and it's part of having kids, right? And you
Exactly.
you make those sacrifices because they're blessings and whatever, but not for me. But yeah, so but no, it's beautiful to see, and it really is awesome to see how you guys make that work. So that's awesome.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, it's just that's, I mean, honestly, the biggest thing is just finding what works for your family and how you can get things to work out, and just being like accepting to your partner in both ways, and having respect for each other of what you want to do in life and how you're doing. So I think just having a supportive partner and keeping to what you guys agree most of the time is what's really going to help you out, making everything work and doing what you want to do. So I think now we're going to try. Jess has never played any
I'm excited to see this. I'm not going to lie. I'm so excited.
She's asked me about it. She's played on a PlayStation. Uncharted was her favorite games back in the day, but it's been years. That's the only game she played, correction. But she hasn't played any computer game.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go ahead and try to get her in the Valorant shooting range and see what her
Give her some targets to shoot. Let's see what she's got.
Shoot her, get some targets and see how this goes.
All right, awesome. I'll bring it back to the studio while you get set up, and then I'll switch over to you as soon as you're ready, all right?
All right, sounds good. Thank you.
All right, awesome. All right, he's getting set up there, guys. Again, so I was really excited for this all week. I think it's because there's not too many things in esports that really play on my heartstrings a little bit, get me feeling a little warm and fuzzy inside, and everything about that conversation had me feeling that way. Undoubtedly, it's just a feel good, story to hear how they make it work. And I don't know, to me, it's like, you hear so much about how it doesn't work, right? You hear how you can't make it work. I've been told many of times when, I decided to quit my job, my career, of 8 years and say, screw it, I'm playing video games full time. That's it. I'm done. I'm going to do it, And how many times people told me that's not a career. That's not something that's going to, work long term. How are you going to make enough to survive this, and that? And ultimately, you got to at least try to do what makes you happy. If at the end of all, if you can't say that you tried to do it, that's what would have hurt me. That's what I would have been like, Nando, shame on you. You had the opportunity. You worked hard. You did whatever you could, and you set yourself up so you could try. And then if you fail, you failed. But at least you learned something along the way. So, I mean, that's my takeaway from this whole thing. I had, again, absolute awesome time. I'm going to get it over to Jake, see if he's ready over there. It looks like they're in the firing range right now. So let's go ahead and switch over to them. I'm going to get rid of my big face. Let's go over to them. All right.
Right away, like on the hard mode, let you see me play. But easy mode, you're going to have to shoot them before they disappear. You ready?
No.
Oh, here, now shoot that and then look up.
I don't want to. Why won't I have to use this?
Because they're not moving targets. You don't have to move around a corner. You just aim, point, and click. You ready?
Guys.
Go.
No.
Now look up.
Where?
Right there. See? Yeah. See, they disappeared though. You gotta try to shoot them in the head. There you go. Got one.
I can't do this.
2. You
No.
gotta go faster.
I don't know how.
3. Oh, you got him. See, 2. I bet you get 10. At least 10.
I don't think I can.
You already got 3. What do you mean?
I'm super slow. I can't do this.
Move your arm fast. Here, I can turn the sensitivity up if you want.
I can't do this. I give up. Can I give
No,
up?
go. You
Can I
gotta
give up?
you gotta do finish.
You're taking me for coffee after this.
Yeah, I got you on some coffee.
I
dude.
can't do this, Jake.
What do you mean? You got 5. I said 10. 10's the goal.
And when is this gonna end?
There's 30 of them.
God. I can't stand you.
Go. You need one more. Just one. There, see, you got 10. No,
Give me
keep
back my
going.
baby. No, give me back my baby.
No, keep going.
I don't want to do this. Mama, stop.
Hey.
When do they end?
Look, the counter's right there. We got 2 more. Look.
Oops, I missed that guy. Sorry. Oh.
16? 16? High five. I'm surprised.
I don't ever want to do that again.
I'm surprised you got
This is-
16.
What you do is not for everybody, and it's definitely not for me.
You're done already?
Yes.
Oh, man.
I don't want to do that.
Oh, all right, guys. Well,
yeah, this is
she's a
something-
one and done.
This is.
I'm actually very surprised that she got 16. I thought 10 was going to be pushing it.
Wow, no faith in me. Yeah.
But other than that, I mean, that was her first try. I'm actually surprised she did well. I don't think Nando was there anymore.
I watched it. That was
Oh.
amazing.
That was amazing.
No, it was not. You're lying.
That was amazing. No, you,
I was
you
surprised,
absolutely
honestly.
killed it.
No.
Absolutely killed it.
It definitely takes a special kind of person to play video games.
Exactly, a special person. That's
No, not
keep
like
it
that.
right. No, he's special. No, you did actually really well. Honestly, my boss has been playing for quite a long time, and I think you did better than he did. So there's that. So I think you're a natural. I think you can do it a lot better if you know. But I mean, like you said though, it really isn't for everybody, and that's the thing, right?
Yeah.
And but that's what's nice too about games and where they're coming is there's so many different types of games, and there's like single player kind of story mode, relax, just walk back and enjoy it. So sometimes there's one for you. You just gotta find it.
Mhm. I don't know. I definitely respect what you guys do because
Yeah.
he puts in long hours. I know you guys do. And I'm sure, you know, it's not a traditional 9 to 5, but I think it takes a toll on you guys.
Absolutely.
For what I do to what he does, I agree with him. We have a good balance. And then, sorry,
It's okay.
Emma, come here.
Kids.
I thought you were gonna turn it off. Come here.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I mean, you guys pretty much nailed everything on the head. I pretty much heard exactly, I mean, from what I could hear is you answered everything that I wanted to know. I don't know if there's, you know, the Techno still in there. Scotty, you guys have any questions for these lovely folks here? See if anybody in the audience wants to hear anything from them. To him, I think you should finish up with maybe a game of some Immortal if you have the time afterwards. If you
Yeah, I'm
squeeze it
down.
in. Or no, you got to go get coffee. Actually, no, you're out.
No, we can wait. It's okay.
We can
Up to
do
you.
we can do one game real quick. I'm down.
I'd like to see. I mean, you've been grinding some Valorant. I haven't really get to see much. You know. All right, hold on. Techno's got a question here.
Okay.
That's a scary thought.
Is it how loud you can scream and not loud enough?
Come here. Come here.
Can we get a good morning Vietnam from Techno? No. We're in a private call, right? Yeah, okay. What do you guys like to do outside of gaming? That's a good one.
What do you? Honestly,
What's the balance? What does it look like?
I mean, we like to, our biggest thing right now, just with COVID going around, we go out for coffee together.
Yeah.
Dutch Bros is our favorite coffee. We pretty much get the same thing every time. She gets a blended Capri Sun Rebel, which is like a energy drink, a slushy energy drink. And I like getting a raspberry ice Rebel, which is not a frozen energy drink. I like caffeine. We definitely have a lot of caffeine in our house. Then we go to my parents' house. They have a pool over there. We go there every once or twice every 2 weeks, like once a week, pretty much.
Go back and forth between his parents, my parents, and then us time. It's rare us without a baby.
Yeah, it's hard. It's having just us.
Sorry.
We
ourselves
have plans where we drop them off to a relative or our parents. They have the time where we can go out together, which is probably what we're gonna do. Either tomorrow night or Saturday night when we have the time.
All right. What's your her name? What's your wife's name so I don't have to call her your wife? And what is her what is her heritage?
Her name is Jessica, and she's Latino. Latina. Her family was born in. Her family's from Chihuahua, Mexico.
Awesome. All right.
No.
Let's see. Hey. Hi. Yeah, that's the camera.
Sorry.
Awesome.
I think she's pretty. She knows the machines pretty well. She knows where
Yeah,
the off button is.
yeah, I was gonna say when's she building their first PC?
You know, I'm gonna get her started a little bit earlier than normal, but I don't think yet. Maybe another year.
All
3.
right. Awesome. And yeah, so I think if you guys want, we will finish up with Jake maybe doing a game of some maybe Immortal Ranked, showing off some Valorant skills. Last
Yes,
question.
sir, I'm down.
What city do you guys live in now? Last question.
The city, we're technically in Glendale right now, but we are looking for a house out in Litchfield Park. It's a Buckeye, Arizona.
Buckeye. All right. Perfect. Let's get it going. You go ahead, load up, and I'll switch over to you.
All right, sounds good. See you guys in a second.
Bye.
All right, let's go.
All right. We're going to get to see some high-level Immortal gameplay on Valorant. I'm excited because I haven't been able to watch much Valorant. I haven't been able to play much Valorant yet. As far as I'm at the highest level, they introduced the rank system in their closed beta. So I know Jake has been grinding it. He's been putting in the work. I know he just hit the Immortal, which I believe is the highest rank, you know, as far as the tiers go. But he's got, I think, 1 or 2 more to go.
All right, so my typical day when I normally start up, I do anywhere from 30 minutes to an hour in the firing range, so I'm not too cold when I go into these games because sometimes they're very sweaty. But we're gonna go ahead and just start one up and do it raw. Straight mechanical skills right now, dude. Sometimes in the higher ranks, depending, it's kind of hit or miss. On the higher ranks, sometimes you get a very sweaty 5-stack, or other times it's a mix between like 2 3-stack, 2 solos, and a 3-stack. So it just depends if you have teammates with 1 mics and a little bit of a brain. Not gonna lie. All right, see, sometimes games I'll get all diamonds with a couple immortals. This game, this guy's probably partied up with one of these diamonds. So we'll see if we can get the right team comp going.
I can play Sage if you want to Cypher Holiday.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Green.
All right, I'm good. All right, that's weird.
Cypher, you want to play B?
Yeah, I got you guys.
You think you can solo it, or you want me here?
Yeah, kind of stay with me for now.
Okay. I can stun from backside, so.
It's a little cheeky cam I found throughout my time. It's pretty basic. Most of the ciphers now know it. You can watch long.
Spike planted.
Walled off.
One more was in barrel. My eyes are
I think there's one more cubby.
Yeah.
Can you peek me from the window? Oh, yeah, he's garden.
Last player
Oh my
standing.
god.
One
Yeah,
enemy
long side,
remaining.
elbow.
I think he's left side.
You can defuse. Just send. No, run corner, run corner. Like tuck in. Yeah, there you go.
Oh.
Nice job.
I'm gonna back
You
off.
could wrap around, I guess.
He'd have to destroy my traps.
One enemy remaining.
Oh, I shouldn't have. I need a heal.
Out already. Nice run. Okay, hold.
Two long.
They're on site.
One enemy remaining.
There's last call. Did anybody die this side?
I think he was long.
I know exactly where. Oh, this is a nice. Yes, this should go. This goes here. That goes there.
See, with these traps, I let them because they've been finding my tripwires way too much. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna throw them on site to allow them to take it, and that way I can just pop up my cages right on the zip wire or the tripwire, and hopefully get a couple easy picks.
Two outside,
That's two. Okay.
Oh, close behind you, Seth.
Spike planted.
I picked the Sova. There's still one.
Spot, and just like that, we
Boom.
are back at the office. All right, Toon, we got to see some really exciting Valorant gameplay. Whoa, what happened? What happened?
Whoa! It started another game.
Oh shit!
I wasn't even queued.
Oh.
Yeah.
About
Dodge that real quick.
Yeah, okay, he's gonna dodge that cue. So yeah, I was really excited to see the gameplay. I mean, you stepped up. You know, I think one of the biggest.
There was a little effort. I could have been a little better on my part,
but coming, that type of game, the 5v5 tactical shooter genre, you got to be warmed up. You got to warm up the aim. You're playing against the sweatiest of sweaty, especially at the immortal level. So I can only imagine that. Going in there completely, unwarmed up was not the best.
It wasn't the best. It
Situation.
had some better factors involved, but it still has a good.
Yeah, I think one of the key things too, it's really cool. Me and Sneaky had a chance to kind of dive into some gameplay in far as his college basketball days, and we were talking about how correlation between traditional sports translates into esports, and one of the key factors we were talking about, and I think it's something that I took note as watching you play that game just now, and especially in these 5v5 tacks, is communication is key. The more you communicate,
yeah,
I mean, like literally, there's no such thing as over communicating in those games.
Yeah, not at all. There's definitely that one time that Phoenix pushed on the B side all by himself. If we would have known that we had 3 guys to go through hookah for absolutely no reason, we could have just went around long and had an easy plant and hold them off in hookah. But there's like you said, no communication can get coordinated.
Yeah, no, I mean, and it's so crucial, and especially in that 5v5 tack, but even in any competitive game that we see. So I think that was a cool takeaway I got to see from watching you play that, and kind of talking with Sneaky yesterday about how that translates. So I think it's really cool. Yeah. So you got anything else for the folks at home before we sign off?
No, just enjoy your guys' day. Have a good time.
Yeah, absolutely. I think we look forward to having you back on. I'm sure we're going to keep developing some more ideas and having you back in. And eventually, COVID gets all done, we can probably get you back down in the office. That'll be exciting.
Yeah, so yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
So we will keep in touch. And thank you so much for coming out.
Yeah, thank you for having me. You have a good day, Nanda.
All right, take care, Tim. And if you guys haven't already, drop a follow, drop that sub on our YouTube, go to our Twitter page, drop that follow, stay in touch. Let us know what we can do to provide you better content, what you would like to see. And we're all ears, and we're here to please. So again, drop the follows. Thank you so much, guys. It's been an absolute pleasure again, as always. And until tomorrow, take care.